Egyptians in Luxor have been carving stones for thousands of years. And for Syed Mahmoud Al-Mataany, sculpting is a way to tell his country's history through art. He inherited the craft from his father and grandfather, and has been doing it for over 6 decades.
يعني احنا عندنا ثروة قومية ويجب الحفاظ عليها لأن مصر مليئة بالخيرات وإذا استغلناها استغلال حقيقي صح.
In the past, craftsmen carved hieroglyphics and intricate figures of people, animals, and gods. They used stone to make everyday items, but also the tombs of their kings and queens. Today, artisans mostly make souvenirs and ornaments, like vases and jewelry boxes. But political turmoil in Egypt and the pandemic impacted Syed's business. And tourism, his biggest source of income, virtually disappeared for 2 years. We went to Luxor to see how, despite hardship, this ancient craft is still standing. At 75, Syed prefers to take on complex tasks, like carving details into miniature pieces.
بعمل حاجة وأروح المقابر أشوفها زيها ولا مش زيها لغاية وقتنا هذا.
He's eager to pass on the craft to younger generations, and so he trains apprentices like Ahmad, who's been doing this job with him for 13 years. First, they cut the block of stone with a saw. Then Ahmad breaks it with a hammer to get it to the size he wants to work with. If he's working with a large piece, like a vase, he places it in a hole in the ground that keeps it in place.
وهو الشعر الصناعة دي متوارث. شفنا الصناعة بتاعتهم على الحيطان مكتوبة عملوها كده برضه.
He switches to a hand-powered drill to hollow a core for the vase. It can take him up to 5 days to do this step alone.
بكون ده طبق فأنا بنحت له حفرة بتمسكها زي حجام. بعد كده بنحط عليها شوية من التراب زي كده ونعملها عملية تفريغ من الداخل بالآلات اليدوية زي كده.
Egyptians have been carving stone since the earliest dynasties 5,000 years ago. Almost all of the stone-built tombs can be found west of the Nile River, in the burial site called the Valley of the Kings. Pharaohs commissioned vast statues that were meant to glorify them in life and death, and skilled craftsmen quarried the deserts to build them. It took years to finish constructing and carving these ancient monuments, but as new materials emerged, the use of stone dwindled. Even though modern tools are available today, Syed prefers the simple carving methods similar to those his ancestors used.
هو اللي يشتغل بالمواد الكهربائية ما يطلعش حاجة صح. لازم هاند ميد. الفراعنة أن نستعمل الحاجة بدون ميكنة فطالعة مظبوطة لكن احنا ما نجيب مواتير ودي يخرم دي وده لا ما ينفعش.
Once the center is done, Ahmad uses a file to even out the surface.
في نوعين مبارد أو 3 في مبرد اللي هو زي كده بنشكل بيه برضه الشفة تحت الحتة بنحددها. بعد ما تنتهي المبرد تكون شكلت في نوع شنفرة تدينا طبقة أنعم.
He then sands the vase with a softer sander to do the finish. Finally, he cleans it with water. Making one vase like this takes Ahmad 10 days. Larger items can take months to finish. These pieces sell anywhere from $300 to $1,000. Syed devoted his life to a craft that he inherited. But his real interest began as a kid, when he stumbled upon ancient carvings while playing with his friends.
كنا نطلع من المدارس ونروح نلعب كورة في المقابر في المعابد يعني ما كانش في حاجة. فازاي وصلوا كده ازاي عملوا كده ازاي وصلوا كده فانا بدأت يعني زرعت في دماغي.
He's mastered hieroglyphics by carving them into figurines and vases, and he often refers to books to match the original inscriptions.
يعني احنا بنستعين ببعض المجلدات عشان نعرف نشتغلها صح. يعني انت عشان تعمل ده صح لابد شفت ازاي؟ اهو شوف.
Syed works with different types of stones, like the Egyptian alabaster, granite, and basalt. Some of them go through a burning process to harden the pieces. and it's all done outside. Sayed uses cow dung to create the perfect ground for stone burning. Larger ones can stay in the fire for at least 24 hours. More than half the people in Luxor work in the tourism industry. And most of Sayed's customers are tourists who are often looking for vases and sculptures depicting Egyptian gods. But the 2011 Egyptian revolution and protests kept foreign visitors away. And then the pandemic made things even worse.
بس يعني فيش أجانب بيجوا كتير يعني أنا كان ما يمرش عليه يومين ويجيني أجانب يوم تاني يجيني ناس أجانب من ألمانيا من أمريكا يعني بيجوا من كل حتة.
Sayed also works as a farmer to make ends meet, but his passion is stone carving.
أنا بفخر بأي حاجة أعملها بس نكون عملتها على صح. هتجيب مادة إيه؟ مش مشكلتي. مش هتجيب مادة مش مشكلتي. بس أنا أهم حاجة أعمل الصح.
Working in a craft that has lasted thousands of years, he knows the hard times will pass. So he's determined to pass on his skills to the next generation.
لا مش هتندثر إن شاء الله لا لا لا. في شباب طالعين كويسين يعني. بس عاوزين محاباة شوية كده يرعوا لهم يعني. يعني.